Hello, I am Ariane. This is Bookzelots, and this is my little video about annotations. And should you or shouldn't you? To be or not to be? Should you annotate? Should you not annotate? How about who cares? If it's your book, isn't it okay to do what you want with your book? And why would anyone want to control what you do with your book? I'm curious because I'll use my brother as an example. My brother has to read a book completely through before he starts another book. I personally think that's crazy because I read multiple books at once. But that's just me, because once upon a time, I used to read one book at a time. So I understand. I get it. Once upon a time, I used to dog-ear pages when I was in elementary school. I know. I don't do that now, but if it's your book, okay, I'm going to back up. When I was in elementary school, everybody dog-eared the pages. Everybody. Unless you were special and had a bookmark. I didn't know what a bookmark was until I was in older elementary, so maybe about 5th, 6th grade. So 3rd and 4th grade, when I was reading these big, Little Women, I was dog-earing pages. Everybody in my class did. I didn't know any better. I didn't do that. Anyway, okay. Once upon a time, I didn't write in books. Nope, I didn't. And then my older kids, when they were in high school, were writing in the books. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is blasphemy. Like, what are you doing? It's sacrilegious. Don't write a book. We paid good money for those books. What are you doing? And then my daughter explained, no, the teacher wants us to write in these books. We have to do it, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then I thought, okay, have to do it for school. And then I had to do it when I went to college. And yeah, it frees you up. Let me just tell you, it really gives, now people might say, nobody cares what you have to think, what you say, what you put in your annotations. Really? Then why do people have booktube? We are annotating to each other what I might have annotated in this. I'm sharing my annotations go with this book. So now, oh, and I don't have it with me. Okay, so there's another book that I got. It's a classic, Hope Leslie. I bought it at half price. It had annotation in it. I purposely bought it because it had annotation. Oh, I got this book at a little free library in Lexington. I loved it because it has annotation. Not just a little bit of annotation, but a ton of annotation. I love that because it's like the previous reader is sharing her thoughts with me. I love that. Oh, who is Ovid? Oh my, I might not read this book. She underlined something and oh, okay. I may not be reading that part. Could retrieve volunteers. Okay, I can tell you this, she does not know how to spell, but that's okay. This person apparently never went to college. More help on way, college, high school, and researchers. So saying Dell was going to kill herself. Looked up. Okay, I'm more interested in the annotation right now than I am this book. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just read the annotation. Anyway, my point is, if you own a book, do you have the right to mark it up? Pencil, pen, highlighter, tabbies. Do you have that right? Should you mark up a book? Does your opinion matter? I'm curious. If it's a library book, I will say no. What are you, crazy? That's not your book. Don't write up a book that doesn't belong to you, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. If it's your book, you'll do what you want with it. You can burn it if you want, for all I care. It's your book. Now, I have this very nice book right here. I paid good money for it. Am I going to mark up this book? Probably not. Probably not. Because I paid $24 plus tax for it. This book, however, yes, I marked it up. I'm wondering, should I get a better copy of it? No, I'm not going to get a better copy of it. I liked this book. I liked it a lot. I'm not going to hang on to it. This one, am I going to read it and annotate it? I probably will. I have a book right now. Okay, the book that we are currently supposed to be reading for September banned book read along, East of Eden. My daughter had to read it for high school. She has annotation in it. And then I read it and annotated in it. Guess what? I'm doing it again. I am annotating it again. Why? Because I'm not the same person I was when I read it after my daughter gave it to me to read. So, yeah. Do we have the right to annotate? Should we? Should we? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. You obviously know what I think. Yeah, I think if they're your books, you can do whatever you want to them. You know what? And then if you decide to give it away, yeah. Okay, so recommendation. Suggestions to me were, read ebooks. No, I'm not going to read ebooks. I hate ebooks. That being said, okay, so you can annotate all you want with e-readers, the ebooks, and highlight them and whatnot. And what about when the battery dies, or they're scrubbed somehow, or the book is taken back? Because that happens. Because why? Because you don't own your ebooks. You don't own them. You don't own them. Guess what? I own these. So unless somebody physically came to my house and took them from my house, and let me tell you, there'd be a fight. There'd be a fight if somebody tried doing that. I own this. It cannot be taken away unless somebody physically comes into my house and takes them. E-readers, like that, can be taken away. So why would I bother? So number one, I can't read them because I get headaches from them. Number two, I don't have an e-reader. Privileged much? I mean, hello. No, I don't have an e-reader. Could I read an e-book on my computer? I probably could, but then I'd have to download it, and I don't have the space on my computer to do that. And anyway, no. And then you don't own it. So why would I bother? What was the other suggestion? I don't even remember now. I'm so fired up about that stupid e-reader one. I don't know. But why? Why does it bother some? Oh, and you should only annotate in something that isn't valuable or something that you're not going to sell. So, first of all, I don't sell my books. I don't. I remember being poor, how hard it was to get my hands on books. Now that we have little free libraries, I give my books away. Even if I donate them to the library or even if I donate them to the Goodwill. If I give those, so I have different quality books, so that's a whole thing. So this will go to the little free library. This will go to the little free library. If I read this and absolutely hate this book, I'm just saying, you never know. You never know. I'm not going to sell this book. I will probably donate it to the library and they will sell it in their basement, for their friends, whatever, right? If it was in worse condition, I would give it to the Goodwill. This one would probably go to the Goodwill. You know what? I think this one might have annotation in it. Oh, I bought this and it has annotation in it. And I don't even know if I knew that it had annotation in it. If I bought it from half price, probably. Anyway, let's say this book. Okay, this was from Thrift Books. I don't think it has any annotation in it. Let's say I don't put any annotation in it myself and I don't like it. I'll donate it to either the library, Goodwill, or the little free library. If I annotate in it, I will definitely give it to the little free library. But it's my book. I can donate it to whomever I want. Why would somebody care where I donate my book from? Because, let's just say hypothetically, I put it in the library, or I put it in the Goodwill, or I put it in the little free library. The secondhand bookstore that's in my town could very easily go to either one of those places, get it, and then sell it. I have no control over that. But while that book is in my possession, I can do what I want with it. Man, that must drive some people nuts. Now my psychological question is, why? Why does that bug you so much? Why do you feel the need to control what other people do with their books? So that's my rant about annotating. Thank you very much for joining me. Leave your comment below. Let me know, do you annotate? Do you think we should be able to annotate? And what do you do with the books that you do annotate in? Have a great day. Bye.